Okay, so I got a 2013 Ford F-150 XLT package, and I've had it about a month. This is March of 2021, so it's going on 8 years, but it's a fantastic truck that I just bought, like I said, about a month ago. And clean engine, but I had noticed that there was, that the coolant was low. It was actually, here's the fill marks here, and I noticed that the level was at the min, so I went and bought some and filled it up. Didn't think any about it. Then I was on YouTube. Of course, I'd been looking for looking at videos for the F-150, and YouTube's good old algorithm had a couple of suggested videos had to do with a coolant leak on the 150, and that got me thinking. It's like, oh crap, do I have that same problem? And then I had noticed that I had spots on the carport, but I don't have a, well, I have a cement, but what I have is like a big kind of a rug type thing that goes, under the engine and stuff, so I didn't see them. So then I came out and checked, and like the other videos, they're talking about the little Y piece here, okay, where the upper radiator hose comes in, which is on the left side there. And sure enough, I put my finger underneath it, and I could feel it was wet when I pulled my finger out. I didn't have any problems here or over here where the tube comes out of the coolant. No leaks there. So this was the problem with that O-ring. So I did drain, just to let you know. Some people, you just see, they just pull the hose off and coolant goes everywhere, but I wanted to drain it. So I got a little hose over at Lowe's, but it's too big. It said, someone online said it was a 1/2 inch inside diameter, but that's too big. I think it's more like maybe a 3/8, possibly a small little nipple, and it's actually on the right side, on the passenger side, on the other side here. So if you get right up underneath there, you look up, you'll see a little nipple that points kind of almost straight down, but it's kind of at an angle, and the drain cock is actually orange, and it's plastic. So it has a slot for like a screwdriver, but it's kind of got a rigid outside. So I tried the screwdriver and it didn't work because the slot's so big. So it's best just to use, I just used a small pair of channel locks and just grabbed it and broke it loose, which didn't take that much, and then just used my fingers to untighten it. And so since that was too big, I just had to clamp it, the end of the hose, into this container, and then just underneath there, just hold the hose up to the drain outlet so that I can just capture that, and that's a clean container, so I can reuse it with that. So that's where the drain is at. Like I said, it's on the opposite side here on this. So I pulled this off, and just like on the other ones, you see there's this kind of nylon seal right here. Then right behind it is this groove on the inside that the O-ring sits in. And as you can tell, this thing is like flat as a pancake. It's not even round. So it has certainly been flattened if it was supposed to be round, which I'm assuming it was. But when it was in there and I took it off, it's like, where's the dang O-ring at? Because I couldn't even see it, but it was just flat and flush, with the inside on that. So this is what it'll look like, flat, nothing round on the top with that. And so these are the O-rings. I got the little kit, which I guess is for all three of those, but all I need is that one. That's the number here for this brand I got over at AutoZone. But the original Motorcraft, it's like an RS 17 something. You could probably find what it is. But this was like $19.99 for all three, but I've seen guys on there that just buy the one for this for, $7 or so with that. So that is, I'm gonna pull that out, find the one for that, put it back in, and then put my hose back on here, and I'll be good. And then all you have to do to get to that is you just unscrew this off of the cold air intake here. So you kind of unscrew that, and then there's one that goes on the throttle there, and that way you can just kind of pull that back a little bit without having to disconnect anything, and that keeps it out of the way. So but that's Yeah, this is kind of a kooky design that Ford did. It's kind of like a quick disconnect. You have this little thing you take and pry down. I just pried this down and kind of loosened it, and then this comes out. And as you can see there, this comes in there and kind of holds it, I guess, around the this little groove here on that. So it's kind of a stupid design. I've seen guys where they cut these off and they buy an aftermarket kit where it has just regular hose with just the regular clamps, you know, similar to this, which seems better. But this is kind of a three-way here on that. So that's what we've got there. So once I put that on, I can just wash that down. I didn't have too much antifreeze leak on the ground. Instead of all of that, like I said, I'm going to reuse it there, and I've got some more if I need it. But that's it for the 2013. Probably it's in the all the 12th generation. This is the 5.0 liter engine here, and that's what we've got. So I'm glad it's kind of an easy fix, and everything we need is right in the middle, in the front there, easy to get to. So there you go.